write down our what?
Given.
BA is congruent. BA is congruent to DC.
Sound like Hulk.
Hulk balls.
He goes.
This is given. Okay?
I mean, you're right, one.
Now, but before we do any more, hey, which one do you think we're going to use, SSS or SAS?
SAS.
Why?
Because
I think we're gonna do
there's
SSS.
only two angles.
Look
that
at what's
both
given to you.
sides.
They gave you
Congruent to
NS,
sides.
BA being congruent to what? DC. And they gave you a what?
An angle.
So, what do you need? You need three things, right?
Side angle side.
You need, you already have an S and an A. So should do you think I'm going to use the one that I don't have?
No.
You're going to use the one that you probably have two of three, right?
Yeah.
I think and what you'll find is there's not that many ways for them to not give you the third one, but they gave you the third one here by the picture, and I'll show you how. But basically, I've got two of the three, don't I?
Yes.
I've got a side, congruent. Now, the question is what is the other side going to be to make it side angle side? It would have to be, it couldn't be this one congruent to this one, because that would be angle side side, wouldn't it? Everyone agree? If you look at this side and this side, it would be angle, it would be side, side, angle, wouldn't it? Or angle, side, side. Well, here's the deal. Couldn't I say that AC is congruent to AC? AC is a side of this triangle on top.
Oh.
Isn't it the side of the triangle on bottom?
Yeah.
Isn't something going to be congruent to itself?
Yeah.
What we call this is they have a common side. And I'm okay, even though here you could put reflexive, I'd almost rather you put common what?
Side.
So you kind of get used to seeing that common side. Because you see how in the picture they gave you the third one without telling it to you now? You had a common side, didn't you? Would everyone agree with that?
Yes.
So now, by doing that right there, and it being congruent to itself, do I have side, angle, side? Very good. So right now, I can say triangle ACD is congruent to, now, be careful here, I will take off, and this is important. What kind of order does this need to be?
ACB.
It needs to be in what? When you write the next one, it needs to be in corresponding order.
So CAB.
ABC.
I did D last here, right? Which one corresponds with D?
B. CAB.
So
AC.
I was right the first time.
I went A to C to B. The other one would be C to A to B, wouldn't it? You guys agree? Now, why are these two triangles congruent? Why can I say they're congruent?
CP.
No,
Whatever you were saying.
triangles. What did I just prove?
Side angle side.
Why are they congruent? Side, angle, side. Now, what the proof asked me to prove was that whether that was congruent to that. So now I can say that side BC is congruent to DA. Why? Stop writing and watch. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always congruent.
Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always congruent.
That's what usually everybody, because nobody wants to write that down.
CPCT.
What did I tell you about mathematicians? Probably first day in here. What are they?
Lazy.
They're lazy. They want to have, I'm one of them. I don't want to have to write out all that. So we make little acronyms that sometimes can be confusing. But if you'll pay attention and learn them, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always congruent. Okay? That's why then that these corresponding parts have to also be congruent. Now, everybody stop writing. I wanna grab a book. What page is this assignment on? 265?
268.
That's where the
and
chapter
269.
268?
268.
Everybody look up here, let's look at our proofs. First proof, 7's not a proof, is it?
No. We don't even have 7 assigned.
Did I assign 3?
Yeah.
Okay, look at 3. What do they give us? They give us LP and NO being congruent, right? They give us angle LPM congruent to probably NOM, right? Yes. Then they say it's equilateral. MOP is equilateral. So what does that mean? Equilateral means that all the sides are what?
Equal.
So that means that MP is congruent to what? MO. So you have by side angle sides, you have them congruent, don't you? There's your proof. But you just gotta write it like a proof. Now this one we just did, they gave you 2 of the 3, did they not? The third one was a common
Angle.
side, right? Let's look at number 5. If I assign, did I assign 5?
Yes.
Well, even if I did or if I didn't, look at that picture. If you knew nothing about this up here and you're betting you have to prove the 2 triangles congruent, what do you know you have there with the 2 triangles?
Common side.
I have a common side, don't I? And it's RT. Would everyone agree? Here, I don't have a common side, do I? But they gave me 2 of the 3. Look, they said AC bisects BD. Or AC bisects BD. So AC bisects that into what? 2 equal. What does that mean when something bisects it?
Equal.
Cuts it in half. So that means BC is congruent to what?
CD.
CD. So which one is that here? Side, side, side. Because it said AC cuts that big one in half. And that happens to be the third side, isn't it? You guys agree? Okay, let's go down to 12. What do you see on 12?
2 triangles.
Common side.
3 triangles.
Common side. And what do you think you can say about angle B, angle BDA and angle BDC?
Equal.
They're equal.
Why? Because this one's 90, so what's that one going to be?
Side angle side. 90.
90, because they're linear pairs. You're going to have to prove that those 2 are congruent. That's how you get right there, side angle side, right? 13. No common sides here, is there?
No.
Yep.
No, but there's a board. Or
You're right. There's an X, right? There's 2 lines intersecting, making an X. What do we know about the opposite angles? I'm betting money that they give you stuff that lets you find the other 2. Look, they say R is the midpoint. What does that mean?
Means that R.
That PR is congruent to what? RT. And it's the midpoint of these, so that means that QR is congruent to what? RS. And then if, because of vertical angles, those 2 are congruent, don't I have side angle side?
Yep.
And those are all your proofs. You guys can see the plan
That was
attack for all of them?
easy.
It'll be harder to write them down in a correct proof way, but we'll go over them. Like, I'll be honest with you, I'll be really surprised if any of you do this one completely right.
I'm gonna get it converted.
You'll probably skip some steps, because you just can't say that because that's 90, that's gotta be 90, you're gonna have to relate the 2.
I can do it.
I would probably start with saying BDA is a linear pair with what? BDC. But then after that, you're gonna have to say that plus that equals,
180.
and then say that equals what? Then plug it in, subtract. So I just told you.
Proofs. I thought we were done. I thought that was
Nah, there just need to be some more.
After this chapter, is there more proofs?
Really, after
Geometry
this
is
one, I don't
Satan.
need any more. It's just, I think these